Is it going? Alright. Hello everyone. Welcome to another stream where today we will be doing some more work on the hallways. Now you may have thought we were done with them, but I wasn't quite done with them. I just called it done there because I knew that formula was getting a little bit repetitive, but I feel like we've taken a good enough break now, so we can do more work on tearing down this whole place. So I'm going to start work on that. Alright, so this is 1264 negative 122. 1264 negative 122. And I'll probably want to be aligned on this block if I want it to go completely well. Alright, I forgot the coordinate, but I'm just going to place a block right there so I can know exactly where I was. Alright, 1264, 122. 1264, 122. Slash fill 1264 negative 122 with where I'm standing, concrete 3. Or no, actually air, because we want to get rid of everything. Alright, that appears to have worked, and that should get rid of all those blocks. We were actually off by 1, but it doesn't really matter though. And oh boy, my frames are dropping. It is very slow at this point. Alright, we're almost done. Alright, good. So, now what we gotta do is we gotta make markouts of what we want things to do. So, let me get some of the right materials. We need blue and green. Alright, so we want the same thing for there to be 5 by 5 pathways. And then this is where the next room will start. Now, the block color is going to change for this one because that's the way I've done things. So yeah. Now I need to get probably go into survival mode and get 75 scaffolding and then place all 75 just to check that that is the correct amount. That way it goes all the way down to 75 blocks. So yeah. Right now I'm just placing blocks willy-nilly. Alright, let's get rid of all this junk here. Or I guess another thing I could do is I could just stand right here and then add 75 on like a calculator. What is this block? It's 128. So if I open up a Google tab and I say 128 plus 75 equals 203. So this would go quite a bit, and I'm going to have to extend things again. Okay, so let's get this block, and actually, we'll get this block this time. Or we could even make it even better by getting this block. 13, actually, let me go back to YouTube to see if anyone's commented in the chat. That's fine. 1364, 166, 1364, 166, 1364, 166. And it goes right over here. Slash fill 1364 negative 166 with where I'm standing. That is not what I wanted. Error. Next. Alright, it seems like I'm going to have to also remove some blocks manually. Let's see how much of them. So yeah, just a couple. Get rid of those. That one is very tall. Right now we got all of those, I believe. And now we have to get this one, these two too, as well. Alright. Let me go back onto the tab because I don't know the exact number. What was it? 203. Got it. Alright, so 203. Actually, right here, because this is, yeah, that's 203, and that's where it would stop. So then this is where we'd have the end of the wall, because we only need 4 sections for this hallway at least. And then this would go all the way till we hit 13 again, on the negative scale. Alright, so then right there, and then we'd have another one, because this is 14. Yep, okay. So that's how things would be, except this whole section would actually be made out of black concrete instead of what we have currently. But no worries. I want to check just to make sure. Just to make sure I'm doing this right. This is 13. And that is actually also wrong. So, if I zoom down here. Yep, okay. Good thing we caught that beforehand, because otherwise that would have been bad. Alright, actually, it goes here. And this is the logo. Okay. Now, you may be wondering, what are we going to do for this giant wall art here? What we're going to do is we're going to be putting numbers there. So, for instance, this is the first season, so we'd put the number 1 here at the end of the tunnel. No one's joined chat yet, but that's fine. I think it's because I haven't streamed in a few weeks and YouTube doesn't want to be friendly to me anymore. Because of that. Alright. And then now we gotta mark out 5 blocks. 3, 4, 5. And this, indeed, is at 128. Okay. Now let's change the floor to green concrete. $12.63, $121. Slash fill 12.63 negative 121 with where I'm standing. Actually, and then, okay, concrete 5. Alright, so it just placed all those blocks, and I guess let's work on the wall art then. So let's get the same dark green as before. And then let's have a 2x2 outline for all of the number stuff. Alright, something is telling me I should do 4 blocks here, just so that way it looks more like a number. Because a number isn't square. It's more of a rectangle, up, facing up. Alright, and then we'll have each of them be like 4x4 sections. That's not quite the center. That's the center, but we'll make it 5x5 just so that way it blends in, kind of. We also need to get the whole where does it stop thing. So it stops at 91, 91, okay. So then now we gotta build this up to 91 so that way we know exactly where it stops. That's perfect. Alright, okay, so then keep building up. And then actually, how many blocks is this? That is 6 blocks, so we need it to go one more in. Alright, and then one more there. Because now we're going with like 5x5 blocks. Okay, and then that would be 2 of these, so we need a little bit more. Alright, that's 4, and between them, yeah, okay, that's 4, and that's 2, alright. So then I guess one more 5, and then we'll call that where it starts. I think that's aligned. Alright, and then one more 5 section. That's 5. Right? That's 5. Okay. There we go, there's our giant 1. And you know what? It would be easier if what I did was I filled in air. Alright, 1271, negative 205. 1271, negative 205. Alright, that's exactly what it needs to be at. And that's where we're filling it into. Alright, let me get the coordinate one more time, just because I forgot. 1271, negative 205. Slash fill 1271 negative 205. Concrete. If only I could spell, that would be great. Replace air. Next. Alright, that should have worked. And it did. And you know what? Luckily enough, the number actually goes straight beyond what we want it to do. It needs to touch the ground, that's the thing. So we're gonna build everything down by 2. Alright, almost done with this. And then we'll start moving it all down. Oh, hey, we're already 30 minutes into the stream. Alright, so the 1 is now fixed. It's been moved down by 2 blocks. And we barely did any work to do that. So, what should we do? We could start work on building this whole entire section. At least building the room. But we're 30 minutes in, and I think we should probably try doing another room. So let's go work on the second season. The second season's similar thing. And do that. By the way, this actually still, it's still a little bit off because I haven't done any work between episodes. But I still think, even though it's off, it still looks good. It's still, you can tell what it is if you've seen the series before, and you know what it actually is supposed to be. 122, 64, 12. 122, 64, 12. Now we're going to have to go all the way to 203 here. Alright, fly straight, and we should have no problem. Actually, we need to go to 203, not past that. Back up a little bit. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, I forgot the coordinate, but if I set a block where I am, and then just make it something random like dirt. Next. Alright. That's not quite where I was, but actually, I think it's actually, yeah. It just pushed me out to the side, and I thought it didn't. I thought it just placed it to the next to me. Alright, 122, 64, 12. 122, 64, 12. I'm just gonna go a little bit beyond it, just in case. Just in case. Slash fill 122, 64, 12. Air. Too many blocks. What if I lower it? Would you like that? Slash fill 122, 64, 12. Air. Just a little bit too much. Alright. Slash fill 122, 63, 64, 12. Air. Alright, that did the trick. Alright, so right here is 204, so that's exactly where everything went in the last time. So right here is 0. We're going to use that as our measuring block. And actually, I believe something's wrong, because it ends at 203, but then we also need that, and we also need to go one back. Okay. Probably going to do a slash fill command anyway, so we'll have that. Alright, no, this is 2, so you gotta think in the terms 2. Alright, that's 5 up. And that's 5 down. Actually, I want to check something. If I go back to the one that said 1, is it actually what I want it to be? Is it actually 5 blocks? Because this design here, 3 by 5, is this design 3 by 5? It would have gone 2 up. Yeah, and it went up 2. Okay. That's exactly what we want. Now, if you may notice, it takes forever for me to fly through the base now, because it's so big. So, yeah. Alright, so then we need it to go out by 5 more because we're doing a 5 by 3. And that's 5. And that is 5. Alright. Alright, and then we'll have another 5 there, and this will be the start of the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna look at the design again just in case, because I feel like I've forgotten it. So then we go up 1, and then we just go diagonal. Diagonal. I can pronounce words. I have the capability to do that. Alright, and then one more back. Five. Alright, and then we go out 2. No, that's not right. Yeah, that's 5. Okay. I got confused again. Alright. That looks kind of like the 2 we made. Let me just check on it real quick. It takes forever to fly through the space. I'm going as fast as I can fly. Alright, so you have the L. Alright, so 3, 1, 1, 1, 2. 3, 1, 1, 1, 2. Alright, that is a 2. So, now let's fill it in. Now, one thing that's kind of bad about the hallway is that you can't see it until you get to the end of it, because of the render distance. But I'm sure if you were on PC or something with the better loading skills, then I'm sure it would look, you could see the whole thing. But I feel like I have the base memorized well enough to know which hallway is which. And if I add 2 blocks of blue, and I stand on top. Wait, how did we do that? If this is 91, all right, something doesn't make sense now. That's 5 blocks. That is 6 blocks. You think you're sneaky, game. Alright, and then that's the 2 blocks we needed. I can get rid of those blocks. And now I gotta build this entire thing out. And just to make sure, that's 128, that's exactly what we want. Alright, we're almost to the end. Alright, that's 203, and this is where the pillar would go. Makes sense, makes sense. Alright. So now you stand in this block, and we get this coordinate. But then it has a negative. Oh my gosh. This side doesn't have a negative, so we're gonna remember this side. 204, 64, 11. 205, 64, 11. Alright, that's exactly 91. Alright, 205, 64, 11. Two oh 5, 64, 11. Fill it with concrete 3. Replace air. Next. Alright, that worked. Yep, it worked. Except for the dirt, which we can do easily enough. And wait a minute. Okay. That's 5. And that is 4. Is it? That is 4. Oh, okay. Simple mistake. This was not aligned. Thank goodness. We can just build it up here and replace the dirt. In the little time we have left. And no one's joined the stream yet. That's fine. I'm actually gonna get back into doing streaming again. I'm just gonna suffer in the hot room. Alright, that block took forever to break. Just because of lag. Another thing I thought about was getting rid of the betas. Now I know if I were to do this, this would delete all my worlds. But what I was thinking of is I would do it right after maybe if it actually works, us getting back to Black Star. Alright, that is beautiful. Alright, now we gotta do this whole thing. And actually, let's block off this first because it's not needed. Alright, 122, 63, 12. 122, 63, 12. Now I was thinking of also getting rid of the numbers in the floor themselves because it's in the way. And now we have a proper, better thing for you to see. 122, 63, 12. No, that's not 12. That's a Q and a 2. That's not what I want. That's not what I want either. Concrete 5 next. Alright. So that's all filled in. Alright. We have just a little bit more of the episode to go. There's not much I can do in this little time. I could try connecting up the tunnels. Oh boy, that is a long way the tunnels are gonna go. They have to go all the way to there. That's such a long walk. Oh yeah, and then you can also see my my cloning fails when I was You know what? I'm gonna get rid of this. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, 163, 80, 87. 163, 80, 87. 163, 80, 87. $163, 80, negative 87. Error. Too many blocks. Well, you cloned it just fine. $163, 80, negative 87. Error. Still too many blocks. You're joking. Alright, it seems like this is just unable for me to do it, and I'm very hot, and having a whole bunch of commands not work first try is just going to make me more hot because I'm going to get stressed. So I'm just going to leave that for now. What should I do in the meantime? End the stream because I'm not really doing anything. But no one's come to the stream yet, and the whole point of the streams is to attract viewers. I'm just gonna start the next section. $12.64, 121. $12.64, 121. $12.64, 121. Error. Alright, that seemed to have worked. Oh no, don't do that. Oh no. Wait, how did you mess up that badly? Oh my gosh, okay. Completely removed the wrong thing. Okay, I forgot a negative. Negatives matter, people. Negatives are people too. That's green. I'm colorblind. Alright, now, let's try and remove the blocks right this time. Negative 12, 64, 121. I think that's a nice set of numbers to go by. fill, -12, 64, 121. Error. Ah, too many blocks. You know what? I know that's not going to be enough. I'm just going to go down just a little bit more. -12, 64, 121. That's the wrong. Error. Okay, this seems to have worked. I should have done this in the first place, but no. Oh boy, it's slow this time. Alright, let me help. I'm gonna push these chunks back myself as well. Alright, that seemed to have worked faster, so yeah, I'm definitely helping here. These chunks are definitely getting moved the more I push them. Alright, that is completely removed except for that little thing right there. You need to go. Alright, it appears to be 6:03. That is not quite the time that we end the stream, but it is very hot in my room, and I don't want to have to be in it anymore. So, this is where we're going to end the stream. Hopefully you guys like, hopefully you guys comment, hopefully you guys subscribe, hopefully after you guys subscribe, hit the bell. And I'll see you all again next time. I'm just gonna get a nice close-up view to the two. Alright. Goodbye.